And remember, I said before with Glute Max, when you're looking to stabilize the pelvis even more, depending upon what the condition the person has or how tight they might be or flexible they may be, if they're very mobile, I want to try to pin the pelvis as best I can so they still feel the stretch. So to do that, you hyper-adduct the neutral leg and you internally rotate it. Sometimes I'll put an additional strap on the table to try to hold this leg over. But for this technique, I'm going to place my leg up on the table and pin that leg so it doesn't run back toward me. For the rotational fibers, I adduct. I've externally rotated the femur and adducted. Now I know when I get to that point where I feel resistance, I've taken the slack out of piriformis, which is going to be the primary muscle that's going to be rotating here. So now I'm going to ask my client to try to spin that femur. So we're just spinning this bone, having them try not to pull down and engage their hamstrings. It's very specific. So now you're going to rotate for me and you'll feel this deep into that posterior compartment. Your foot comes toward me. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And you start to feel that very specific stretch. The key to this is keeping the leg adducted because the stretch is only on rotation. Very often a mistake is made by letting this leg come back. And it's not about that. We're no longer in the glutes that do that function. So we want to stretch on it. As soon as we stretch it and we engage it, it's going to be the first muscle to stretch. Turn again for me. That's good. And one more time. So that's when it's neutral. The femur does not have to go back. It's just simply the rotation of the femur that has to be adjusted. And if you don't go back, the client's not going to be able to rotate. And it's not going to get much rotation, maybe 5 to 10 degrees. That's all that they're going to be able to do. But it's definitely very effective and very isolated. So just as a quick review with active isolated stretching and its principles, we want the client to be active. We push a little bit of pressure at the end of the range of motion just to challenge it to go to a place where the body doesn't usually want to go on its own. We have to encourage it. Then we need to get the body back into the neutral position so the blood and oxygen can get back into the tissue again, and then repeat that same pattern. And that's the same pattern with every stretch that you're going to be seeing in this series of videos. Look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.